Welcome to the channel where it's okay to be an average Joe. My name is Zack. This is Zack of all trades. Hi everyone, I'm with the top 25 player and a friend of mine, personal friend of mine, Nigel, who played a deck that some have ranked as a B tier deck, but that's definitely not the case. I'm gonna shut up and let Nigel talk. So Nigel, how many rounds did you play in this regional?
We played 6 rounds and there were 129 players. So yeah, quite a big tournament. Not the biggest, but a big tournament.
Nice, nice. So you had 6 rounds, you said. What were their matchups?
Yeah, I had quite, how do I say it, a quite diverse matchups compared to the last regionals. I played against, round 1, I played against Bielstarman, yeah, the turbo variant. Round 2, red hybrid, I played against blue hybrid, Bielsamon, red hybrid again, and hunters. So I would say pretty healthy, yeah, decks that I played against.
Wow, even blue hybrid, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, a lot of people are just watching it for the deck list. Let's start with the deck list. You're running 4 eggs as of now.
Let's start with eggs.
Yes.
Yeah, as if people couldn't see already. Oh, maybe they don't know which type of deck I'm playing. I'm playing 4 GG modes. Yeah, and it's pretty self-explanatory. When you play a Guillemon, Growlmon, or a Gallantmon, when attacking, draw 1 card. Pretty good for the draw power. For the rookies, I'm playing 4 Guillemons. Yeah, same as the eggs. Self-explanatory. When attacking, draw a card. So it's for fast, yeah, fast engine that you can draw cards, because you need a lot of cards in this deck, as you are going to see in a bit. So when opening, you have to see this card, and then you're going to have a good day.
Sounds good, sounds good.
The next rookie for going on top is the X antibody. Yeah, the main reason why you run this card is to go on top of the Guillemon turn 3 to destroy potential yeah, floodgates, such as Monoki Betamon. They stop you from gaining memory. That's also very important in the deck because of the spicy tech, and also the I forgot that the other
the one that lets you not digicross.
Yes.
Right.
So it's a really great out, and also a good effect that doesn't really come up that often is the inheritable. When you put it underneath your level 6, you can add 1000 DP maximum to the destruction cost. So it's really nice if you have to fight against some bigger bodies.
Cool. So 2 of the Guillemon, 1 promo and 1 X antibody.
Yes, out of the glare. So I also play the 2 of Agumon just for DP boost. Really nice.
Cool.
And that are the rookies that I'm playing.
All right, let's go on to the champions then.
The nice Judge Stamp Greymon, also just for the plus security attack, and nothing else. You're not going to evo up the line, so it's just for, yeah, extra security checks.
Cool. So it's the starter deck 1 version.
Yes. And the starter deck Growlmon, I don't see many lists play this one, but I find it very good, because when yeah, the big boss monster, if you don't already know what type of deck I'm playing, it's Dorbick. The big boss monster destroys something and on play, and with this card it says when I'll read it. When an opponent's Digimon is deleted, gain 1 memory. So if your opponent puts you at 2, for example, he thinks or she thinks, yeah, you cannot play Dorbick, but with this guy you enable it.
Right.
And another reason that I'm playing this card is when destroying something and your opponent puts you at 3, you can also play a Delicate Plan.
Cool, 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 cool.
So you're always enabling a delicate plan with this one.
Right. It's really supporting towards the rest of the deck, right?
Yeah. So when you would like to close the game and be sure that you can swing an FTK everything and don't die in security, it's really nice to have the Grauman with you, so that you can enable the a delicate plan.
Right.
Rookie for game, and also a target for Dorbick. Not the best target, but you have to have names.
Right. Hybrid for game. Yeah. Cool.
The Geo Greymon. Personally, it's for when in security that you have an extra body, and it also enables the FTK, that you have another body on field and it destroys something, and a target for Dorbick.
Cool.
And one of my personal favorite cards in this deck is the Quartermon. On play, also a security Digimon, and it gets to draw you 2 cards. And in this deck, you really need to see Dorbick as fast as possible or other combo pieces. And it is not that bad for you to have it in hand, because you can play it. You can hard play it,
by the way.
Yeah, it was really difficult getting this card, but I got it.
Yeah, I heard someone was faster than you to get.
Yeah.
I'm not mentioning anyone, but.
And personally, one of the best cards in this deck, Majiramon. It enables FTKs when attacking, when your opponent doesn't have a Digimon on the field or a Digimon with source. You can unsuspend again, and imagine when you can swing for security +2 or 3, then you can destroy everything on the field.
Cool. Yeah.
In security, I mean. So it's really an underrated card. I wanted to cut it entirely for DP, for a DP boost Digimon, but I'm really happy that I didn't do it.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, I've seen you do that play once.
Another security +1 Digimon is Chasarichmon. I always pronounce his name badly. But because Dorbick has an on-play effect, it gets security +1, and it's also a target. So continue. Another security +1 Digimon, it's the Voltramon.
Yeah, security attack +1.
Yeah, it's to make your body really beefy. And last but not least, met the Master Tyrannomon, also for the security +1.
Yeah.
And now we're at the Big Daddy of the deck, Big Daddy Dorbick. So what it does on play, it destroys a Digimon for 3000 DP, and you can reduce the play cost of it by by 10 for 2 for each Digimon that you put underneath it. And then you can also increase the DP that you're going to destroy a Digimon with. So it can go up to 13,000, and in combination with the X antibody Digimon, it can go up to 14,000.
Yeah.
So that is really nice. And it has Rush, so a big boy. It can become really a big boy.
Yeah, because he's 12,000 on his own, right?
Yeah. 12,000 on his own. And the only downside of this deck, I would say, is that you don't see him early enough. Or don't see it at all.
There's only 4 of.
Yeah, you're putting only 4 off.
Yeah.
I was talking with a friend of mine, and he said, I was talking to him, I had won a matchup that I could have won if I had seen him, and he was like, yes, but that's how all the games go. If you don't see Dorbick, then you lose.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have pretty much against all decks, you have a good matchup.
Yeah.
Not the security, the memory tie. Pretty self-explanatory. It gives you security +1 and also enables you to do your Dorbick turns.
Yeah, if
really
you have
nice.
4 sources, right?
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
sources.
and you mostly go for 4 sources with them.
At the least, yeah.
And one, I wouldn't say a deck, but some lists run it, some lists don't. But I really like the addition of having extra DP within a memory tamer. It doesn't take up a Digimon slot, but it enables you to do your Dorbick plays and other option plays that we're going to see next.
Yeah.
The only downside of this one is that when you tap it, you cannot go hybrid for game.
True.
So you really have to think about the plays and the order and the sequence. Think about the plays in this deck.
Yeah.
But you really have to think about it. So you really have to know your matchup. If you know the boss monster doesn't go over 11,000 DP, then don't tap it. So keep it live for game. The card that enables Dorbick to go Oonga Boonga, a delicate plan against security control or tamer of not tamer option heavy decks. It really saves your life.
You actually run 3 because we had a discussion about this earlier this month. Where you were actually thinking about cutting one. What did you?
Yes.
Why did you decide to keep the third one?
The reason why I wanted to cut it because when you have one in hand, the other two become redundant. You don't need more than one. You really need to see one, and then you're good. Mm-hmm. And in security, for example, you want to see another option card or a security Digimon because you're quite reliant on your opponent enabling stuff from security. Yeah. And you don't want to see this because sometimes you miss a piece or you want to see your boss monster as early as possible. Mm-hmm. That's why I thought I wanted to cut it for another card. But lastly, running 3, I really need to see 3, so I prefer having it and choking my opponent, for example, than not seeing it in the matchup. So that's why I thought 3 is the way to go. Fireballs. Fireballs. Pretty self-explanatory. Draw 2. And if your opponent has a Digimon on the field, you have to destroy it. So you really have to think about when to play it. It came up yesterday at the tournament when our opponent had a Digimon on the field, a rookie. I first destroyed it with the X-Antibody Gilmon, and then went for the Fireball so that I can get draws and draw into my boss monster. And it really isn't just playing your option cards without thinking. You really have to think when doing the sequences for drawing. Yeah. And when attacking also for first turn. So it's you need to see this card. It's really good. Right. And from security, it's really nice.
They have the same effect. Yeah, nice.
Hair of Dragons, almost the same as the Fireball, but a bit better in my opinion. Draw 2. You can always draw 2 without destroying something, but you can destroy a Digimon if you have a Digimon with Dramon in its name, or a Geogreymon, and we run a Quartermon and a Geogreymon, so it comes up in security when they check Geogreymon and you play Hair of the Dragons, you can draw 2 and also destroy some.
Right.
Which is really nice. Just 3 off. And lastly, I'm playing 3 red memory boosts, and this is for when you don't see your Dorbick Daddy. Then you can search for it. That's the Hail Mary.
Yeah, right. So when we played last time, you actually did play the Gravity Crush.
Yeah, we were thinking about adding the Gravity Crush. So after running it at the tournament and also at locals last couple of months, what would the cards that I would like to add or take off, I would really like to try the Gravity Crush because it can unexpectedly win you games, so to speak. But the reason I don't want to play Gravity Crush is when you have it in security, it doesn't do anything.
It's gone.
It's dead.
You get the wave at it.
Yeah. And I would much rather play a fourth red memory boost, because then you can enable it yourself. When your opponent puts you at 1, you can go to 3. Or when you don't have enough sources for the Dorbick, you can go to 5. You have this is actually the 5th Digimon source. Yeah. And it searches. So I wouldn't play the Gravity Crush anymore. But what would I add?
Because also the red memory boost is like a early way to bait your opponent. They see if you play this early in the game, they play Madoki Betamon to deny you their memory, and then you just digivolve on the Gilmon to say, yeah, joke's on you.
Yes. But yeah, I would like to try another red memory boost, so fourth memory boost, and I would like to find a way to play a fourth or a second hero.
Right.
Just to ensure that you have enough DP.
Right.
But there are other Digimons that can do it as well, but that's something.
Yeah, because we talked about the strength of the deck in this video right now, but now you're this is like I think the third time you were talking about DP. Is that the weakness of this deck? Is that a chunk in their armor?
I would say the way I run it is a lot of just as most of the decks run it is mainly focused on security plus and a bit of memory gain. But not as much a DP boost. That's why I added the hero. And yes, it is you need to know your matchups. You really need to know your matchups and when to attack. And when you see big boss monsters being whiffed and put at the bottom of the deck and in trash, for example, against Beelstarmon and Beelsmon, you need to see when the big boss monster goes in trash or you see it milled. So I would say DP is really one of the weaker sides, one of the chinks in its armor. It really is, but you can work around it via DP, via the Agumons or other Digimons that gains you DP. And other than DP, I would say Machine Dramon. Excuse me, Machine Dramon, the big bully. Yeah, because that's a lot of protection. It's a floater Digimon and the protection aspect of it, as well as if you can manage to put off multiple blockers. It's not an auto lose, but it is a multiple big blockers. Then it is really difficult for me to do the FTK or turn 3 GG.
Right.
In other decks that I struggle against are so the Machine Dramon, the classic War Greymon / Gaiomon.
Right. So big body blockers that are hard to get rid of is the threat to this deck. The opportune moments are when you see what kind of deck it is, so that you can actually readjust how you're going to play your deck, and there's a multiple way of doing that.
Multiple ways. The best way is be faster than them. Try to end them at turn 3. Otherwise, it really is you're giving them too much time to establish a board, and you cannot do anything. Right.
So really do it fast, or don't do it at all. Right. So we were talking about a few of the matchups that you had, and you dropped FTK for the person. Like for the boomers like me, I didn't know what an FTK was before I met Nigel. It's first turn KO. You actually managed that. Tell us more about it.
A couple of times. I played against Red Hybrid. First of all, I would like to, everybody at the tournament was really nice. They were really nice people. I met a lot of nice people and had a lot of nice conversation. But Dorbick Daddy has ruined a couple of people's moods, and I can understand. But the way the FTK goes, you have a Digimon in Raising. Even if you're going second, you have a Digimon in Raising, search some cards, and if you have it in hand, the cards, a lot of security plus Digimon, and they give you enough memory, or they enable your insecurity, then you can drop this one, swing for 5, and then go for a rookie swing for game.
Right. So the way it works out, what's the perfect stack for you?
The perfect stack, it really depends. But the Majiromon can also. Shall I put it out?
Yeah. Sure.
So the perfect stack. Your opponent checks something. They check, for example, when attacking a delicate plan, you can get into hand, put you to 3 or to 2, and then you raise your Digimon. And if they put you at 3 or 4 and they really don't know the matchup, some people thought they were playing against Gallantman.
Right.
And then it's all the resources you have in your hand mostly. So you really have to think about the matchup and when you're doing it. Otherwise, you really lose. There's no chance of coming back.
No, because you don't have the resources.
Yeah, you don't have the resources for it. You really don't. So it is, I would say a glass cannon if you play it like this.
Yeah.
But it's less glass cannony if you think about it and wait for it. So in this deck, I have security +1, security +1, security +1, security +1, and the +2000 DP. So a really sweet spot is the 14,000. So you really need to check if you can go over the 14,000 TP. Then not a lot of Digimon are going to beat it.
Right.
So then you can swing for, let's say, first you need to, if you have memory over, you can play a delicate plan.
Yeah, if your memory left, then you can play a delicate plan. No options.
Yes, no options. Swing for 5, no options, and then swing for game. It happened against Red Hybrid twice. It happens against Hunters. And in my opinion, Hunters is overrated. But it is a good deck. I would say it's a tier 1.5 and at best a tier 1 deck. Yeah. But in my opinion, so that's it. And another cool way, if your opponent doesn't play a lot of Digimon with stack or just bodies, then you can swap this one out to put a Groundmon underneath it and the Majiramon. The Majiramon says that you can unsuspend when your opponent doesn't have a Digimon on the field or a Digimon without Digivolution cards. Yeah. So, for example, they only have one body, no protection. You pop it, then you can swing twice.
Yeah.
For 3 security and then for game.
Yeah. Cool.
It really comes out of nowhere, and people ask, "Wait, how many checks? Wait, can you do that?"
And then they just scoop and cry in a corner.
Yeah, I had a really fun time because I had time left in between rounds, so I could go have lunch. It's really nice.
Yeah, so you're talking about glass cannon. You have to. Sometimes you just said that you have to do it fast, but you have to wait sometimes as well. So I guess if we could sum it up, it would be don't be trigger happy.
No.
But do please pull the trigger.
Yeah, you have to do it because it's a sweet spot. By turn 3, if you don't win by turn 3, there's a big chance you're going to lose.
Right. Okay, cool. The deck looks really good. You have a lot of cool alt arts, but I see you didn't have all the alt arts. You have a card market account, right?
Yes, I do. I don't know it out of my head. It's probably
Zaddy,
or
right?
Zaddy. Yeah, it's Zaddy from the Netherlands. If you guys want to sponsor some alt arts, buy some stuff out of my store, and then that's it. For example.
Yeah, it would be cool to get some trades, and for the people who are willing to get some of the cards that have been won in championships in the past. I believe you have some of those in your library, right?
Yeah, I have a lot of top 32s and some cool other alt arts. So have a look.
Go have a look. Maybe trade him some alt arts. He needs the
red
memory boost.
I'm missing one red memory boost.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So
can we do a quick shout out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to shout out a lot of my friends from the Digimon NL/BE Discord server. I played a lot against them, and they also helped me deck build. And they were sparring partners. Also, the locals at Leiden and Team Nakama. We really, it's a team effort deck. It really is.
Cool.
So I would like to a big shout out to everybody.
Great. Thanks for doing the deck list with me, and I hope you have a lot of good luck in tournaments. And of course, we should really have one round in a tournament as well.
Yes.
Where we always keep dodging
in the
each
finals
other.
one day. In the finals one day.
In the finals one day. We have a rivalry here. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Check out the link in the description. I'll link out the card market account of Nigel. If you want to have some really cool cards, or just give him a rep memory boost, he needs it. Alright guys, thanks for watching and keep it classy. See you next time on Zack of All Trades, reminding you to keep it classy.